Portfolio layering, building one stability beneath growth. Building stability beneath growth. Hey, good people, I'm Chris. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get to it. Not every dollar in my portfolio has the same job. That's called layering. You can define layering like this. Stability layering, that would be step one, right? Broad market exposure, long-term holds, core positions, stability layering. Next, you will move on to your growth layer, high beta equities, tactical opportunities, right? So for your long-term hold will be maybe something like your VTI or your VOO or your Charles Schwab, SCHD, right? Your growth layers would be like your NVIDIA, right? Your Apple, right? Google, Amazon, stuff like that. But you got to do your own research and figure out what works best for you, your budget, and your strategy. So your next layer will be opportunistic layer, right? Smaller allocations, higher volatility ideas, right? So anyway, we'll break that down shortly, right? So why layering matters. Reduce total portfolio volatility. Allows participation without overexposure. Keeps base stable while growth fluctuates. Got to have a good foundation, right? But we don't just live on the concrete. Our concrete is our foundation, right? Then you got to have the stick structure built up on it, right? Before you bring in and put the wood and bring in and put your sheetrock and your plaster and what have you, or you're gonna solidify it by bricking it in. But you gotta have a structure first. You gotta have your foundation, right? Then you gotta build up your structure. Then you gotta put your roof. It's all layered. And that way we have a nice, comfortable place to lay our heads at, right? Yes. So you want to do the same thing with your money. You want it to be stable and you want to grow your wealth, right? So why this prepares us for crypto? When understanding layering, higher volatility assets and in size appropriately, right? Not emotionally. So that's where I was going to when I was talking about that last opportunistic layer, right? Smaller allocations, higher volatility, right? But we're gonna figure out a way to make it all work on our behalf, right? That's why you got to put in the research, right? So in closing, growth with foundation, growth without foundation collapses. We don't want collapse, right? Layering builds foundation first. When you build that foundation first, then you can stand the test of time. Then you get that compound interest kicking in. Anyway, we're not gonna get overly excited. We're gonna leave with that. Go ahead and start your outstanding weekend. Enjoy yourself, enjoy your life. Get that margin of peace and enjoyment, relaxation, right? Having extra peace, having extra joy, right, in life. So if you will, please hit that like, please hit that subscribe, and share it with someone who could use it. Walk in wisdom, my friend.